power of makeup. Everyone, welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to join me today. This is the look I'll be doing. I felt really inspired for the holidays, and you know I gotta do an extra AF look. I'm playing with a few new products today. Overall, I'm really pleased with the look, the way it came out. If you want to know how I achieved this look, then please keep watching. Alright, so to start off, I'm gonna use a base that I know works and I really like it. Excuse me, what an animal. Como dice mi mom, se oye mal, pero descansa el animal. Alright, so to start off, I'm using the BH Cosmetics number 9 brush. And I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, Pro Longwear Paint Pot. It's just an eye base that I know works. I usually already have it on by the time I start the video, but I'm just going to show you how I apply it really quickly. I make sure to go like into the inner corner, and then press it in to lift off the excess on the sponge, and also make sure it's just blended into your eyelid space, and go ahead and repeat the same step on the other eye. Per usual, I already have my eyebrows on, but today I tried a new product, which is the e.l.f. pencil, Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I don't hate it. There is some pros to it. For example, it's very affordable. It's drugstore pricing, as you know e.l.f. is. However, I mean the color is not too bad either, but the texture of it, I felt like I had to keep going over it. The texture of it, I felt like I had to keep pressing it on so I can get it to the desired depth and shade that I wanted, because it was a little light at first, I guess. But overall, the texture is not too bad. The cons, I will say it's just a little bit hard to work with, but other than that, I'll keep trying it out. So for the eyes, I'm gonna use, let's just go for it. I'm gonna use the very favorite of mine, Anastasia and Jackie Aina collaboration. I love this palette. I'm gonna start off with just an e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush, and the shade, I'm gonna do Credit. I know that's bold, but we want a bold holiday look, right? Tap and start as you go. I'm gonna pack on the color and then start blending it out. So I'm gonna look at the mirror with my eyes open. Well, obviously I can't look with my eyes closed, but I'm gonna try to keep my eyes open for most of it, because as you know, I have hooded eyes and one of them's more than the other one. And I'm gonna do a somewhat cut crease, dramatic eye look, so I'm gonna try to do the eyes open for the most part. And just press and deposit the color where I'm gonna want it before I start blending it out. And then I'm just pressing and like going in small circular motions just to make sure it's not patchy, which I don't have issues with this palette at all being patchy. But since I did a lot of deposit on there, I'm just, you know, a little scared. So for this part, what I like to do, since, you know, I have a hood, I just like to kind of just look down, keep my eyesight looking down, and press on the outer corner, because eventually I'm gonna blend this out really crazy so I can just clean it up. But I'm just depositing that dark color, that's where I'm gonna want it. I'm not gonna bring it too far in just yet. And then just do a little bit of small circular motions. It looks like I'm swiping, but I'm really just doing tiny back and forth circles. And I'm going to start going to the inner corner without any extra product. I'm just going to start doing tiny little extra circles and blending whatever is on the brush. You see I'm doing like small circular motions and then I kind of flick up just because I don't know why I do that. My hand just naturally does that and I feel like it's fine. Like it doesn't mess up the look or anything like that. And it's okay if you want to start swiping, but still keep the circle on the circular motion going. The circular motion going. And it's okay if you like close your eye and you see how crazy that looks. There's like a gap and crease and all that. We're not gonna really need the lid to be perfect right now because we're gonna clean it up. So just mainly focus on putting product towards the tops. I personally don't like to like add color all over the lid and then remove it with concealer. I think it defeats the purpose. So I try to be precise when I add the color and deposit it initially, and then I go in and work the whole look, the placement that I want. And you'll see this side looks a little bit more defined than this side. That's fine. Just make sure you add the color where you need it. This is gonna be a, like I mentioned, a dramatic look overall. I think I'm gonna do like a nice wing and glitter, everything, all of the above. Just go all out, you know, extra. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit of ginger to the outer part. No, just to the center and then blend it out. I'll take a clean brush. Just tap into a little bit of ginger, deposit that towards the middle so it can bring a little bit of warmth back, and start blending it just a little bit in the middle area towards the inner and outer corner. I'm literally going in with the lightest hand. Alright. Before I go and start blending, I'm gonna cut the crease a bit. Using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Pale. I just grabbed some on the back of my palm. I'm using this Wet n Wild. I think it's a lip brush, but it looks like this. I also don't like to add too much product because I don't want my eye to feel heavy. Tap off the excess with your finger. Another reason why I don't like to put too much concealer when I'm cutting the crease is because I always like to put the glitter primer or glitter glue for my shimmery eyeshadows, because I think it mixes well and holds longer. Alright, moving on. And I'm gonna put some glitter primer on. I always like to do this with an e.l.f. brush like this. Just it just says eyeshadow brush. It doesn't have anything special, but this is usually what I always do. And I just get a little bit of glitter primer. Oh, literally, you just need a little dot. You see how that primer smooths out the concealer too? So I'm gonna actually, oh, I don't know what shade to use. Let me see. So I love these shades here. Soleil first, then Lituation. So let's get started with that. Here goes Soleil. Just press it on, don't swipe it. Oh crap. And then do Zam. I'm like blocking the mirror, the camera, sorry. And then Lituation with another brush. Just gonna blend those out together. And then repeat the same process on the other eye. You can repeat the process, like just tap it back and forth between the 3 colors that you lay down, because that's how you ultimately get a blend. Like for example, right now I feel like I have a little more Zam on this side, and then it's more blended on this side. So I'm going with a little more Soleil, just to tap it through. You see what I mean? And now we're gonna deepen the outside again a little bit with a little more of Credit. And like this, I just press, tap. Add some dimension to the outer area. And just take a little bit of edges. I haven't grabbed this color yet, but just a little bit. Like really lightly. And just keep going back and forth to blend. And now I'm not gonna use this palette for the under brow because it doesn't have a matte shade, and I always like to put a matte eyeshadow under my eyebrows, or if anything a little, just a tiny bit of satin, because I don't like it to be like shimmery. Normally I'll go in with like a bigger brush like this, but I guess I could like really slowly. I'm gonna start off with Tempera from the Soft Glam palette, and just first tap it where I want it. Black Urban Decay eyeliner in Perversion, and start applying that before I finish off the eyeshadow. You're gonna see how dramatic this eye look is because I hardly ever wear black eyeliner on the bottom. You might be wondering, why do you put pencil first and why don't you just go in with the liquid? I don't know. I just feel like it looks darker and more intense like this. I just can't, even with these shimmery shades, they're so stunning. I'm gonna go in with black eyeliner. You can use whichever one you prefer. And for some reason I feel like I get a more lifted look if I start like on the bottom waterline and work my way up. Kind of like extend my bottom waterline going up. And you're probably like, girl, your outer corner and your under eye look crazy. That's fine. That's why we have concealer. You're gonna get tired of hearing me say that because that's literally all I do. So let me finish off the bottom lash line. A lot of people do it after. I just don't like the fallout risk, so I don't do it after. A little bit of ginger. That looks a little ashy. So I'm gonna go in with a bit of credit. And now we can clean up the face. I'm gonna be putting this Maybelline Master Prime Hydrating Base before my foundation. I'm just trying it out. I've never tried this actual product. Look how it looks like a little McDonald's. Drop that lid. Like a little McDonald's ice cream. Wait, before we move on, let's do the glitter. This is the NYX Crystal Ball glitter. Wow, shimmery. I used to wear this all the time back like in 2013. I love these type of liners from NYX. Now I'm gonna try out the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous. This is a new packaging. Oh, here it is. I think this was in a BB collection at the drugstore, or it might be a little too peachy for me. I don't know how I feel about that. You notice I would never put foundation under my eye area unless it's like a Milani 2-in-1 where I don't need to use concealer, but I don't like to layer too many products there. Okay, so I'm really just gonna speed through the face process. You're gonna see me apply everything, but if you want to know more details, what products I use, the exact step, and why I do it, leave me comments, because you want me to tell you, you want to know how I do things and why I do things. I won't know until you comment, so leave me suggestions, ideas, questions, everything. I don't know about this foundation coverage. I used to love it back then. So to top this look off, I'm gonna use the same face highlight for my inner corner, and we're gonna do our lashes and lips, and we should be done. I'm trying on these lashes today, the Kiss Lash Couture in Gala. What? In the package, these did not look this dramatic, guys. I don't even think I have to trim them. They're like the perfect width. So let me just prep them with glue. Like the band is a tiny bit thicker, which I thought it was going to be an issue. Like usually when the band is thicker, you try to press it down and it keeps coming up on either side. This one was like easy, super easy. And usually I use 2 hands to apply lashes and I have to use a standing mirror, but it was fine. Can't wait to take this bake off. I always look so freaking weird. My favorite part is seeing the whole makeup come together when you dust the bake off. You set the face and you press in your highlight. It just, I don't know, it looks bomb in my opinion. Wow. And usually I have to go in with black liner to hide the lash band. Now with this, it looks freaking amazing. So let me get that bottom lash line, my lips, and oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving this look. I'm ready to go out and like, I have nowhere to go right now. I'm just gonna use this little brush to buff everything out. Next time I'll do a look for a bold lip, but right now, you know I gotta do a nude. Debating which lip to do. Ophelia it is. It's a little too peachy for what I had in mind, but the great thing about nudes is that, or like colors in general, you can add a gloss. One of my favorite glosses and lipsticks, Wet n Wild. This is 940B. And let's spray the face. My ultimate dewy set by Anastasia. And you gotta press that highlight in, girl. So this is the final look. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Again, comment what you want to see, specifics, details, products, recommendation, if you want me to try something new, if you want me to talk about different types of skin, colors, eyes, just let me know what you want to see. And please share, subscribe, and like. Who is she? I mean, I don't even know. This is not who you see at work. I know, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I am a completely different person.